Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Game of the Week. Today's game features Quodlibet and Kpeev3 from respectively the team Tamanduas and Guardians of the Beetlegate in the Hive Fair Play Cup, the first Hive team championship. This is the second edition. 16 teams made each of 4 players took part in it. It was really fun, and congratulations to the winners Tamanduas for winning with 4.5 points. Closely followed by other 4 teams with 4 points. It was very tough and uncertain until the very end. So let's go to the game, which was very crucial for the team to win. Game from the last round. I picked this game because there are a few critical moments that I think are interesting to have a look at. And some, let's say, brave decisions to be made. So the game starts with ladybugs, okay, and black decided to go for a Z opening, the black standard setup. So this is one of the main options that white has. Probably the most common is attacking straight away the black queen, but this one is also pretty interesting, and I find it quite hard actually, personally, to play against. I had some bad experience as a black against it, but in this game actually Quodlibet will show us that there are counter chances, and one has to be ready to play actively rather than just passively defend. The problem of this move is that for black is that the mosquito is pinned on a kill spot, so it's what is called a compound attack. And the mosquito is a very important defending piece, so probably one of the crucial idea is to free the mosquito as soon as possible to use it as a defender. But we will see that sometimes it's not necessary to do that. And there are other ideas for black. So black puts an ant in play, takes the pin, okay, white sacrifices this ant. The idea of pinning in this position, okay, this false pin, is to take away this spawn point from white. And this will be important, you will see soon, because there are not many other spawn points around the white queen. So there will always be the possibility of the white queen to be choked, so that there will be no spawn points available for the Spillback. And this is something white has to keep in mind all the time. After this move, black is virtually forced to play Spillback. And this move has also the advantage that, given that the mosquito has also Spillback power now, this white ant can be moved at the very next move. Can be moved away, and the mosquito could be free. So white has to anchor the ant. Probably the beetle is the best idea because it also has the aggressive idea to is not only defensive but also aggressive. The beetle could go on top of the ant and then cover the black mosquito. The problem of this opening for white is that it might seem a bit slow. But if white managed to cover the black mosquito or the black pillbug, it will probably be better in the long run. So let's have a look what goes on, what has black up his sleeve. So he has at this point sacrifice an ant. It's virtually forced. I mean, there are probably other options like a spider here, for example, with the idea of a pin replacement and attacking the white ant at the same time. But I think black wanted to sacrifice this ant in order to put another ant down immediately. And now we'll see that white has run out of ants, and black is threatening to choke the white queen right now. So white could place a Spillback. It probably was the safest choice to place a Spillback here, okay? But at that point, black has free hand to pin the white beetle here. And as you can see, the black queen is still not pinned, so black is not really in danger yet. What white decide to do instead is to place another mosquito. Well, the first mosquito, this one mosquito. But this leaves black free hand in choking the queen. Okay, so this is quite a we'll say a risky decision for white. Although on the other hand, black doesn't have many other pieces in play, so it doesn't seem either that white is gonna lose any soon, right? Or it doesn't seem that in the tempo count white will be behind. Another idea for oh no, wait, no, this is it. Now it's time for white to take an important decision, another important decision, which is do we need to pin the black queen straight away, or we need to combine attack and defense? White decide to play this move, placing the white mosquito here. Is a very common idea of prevention. Let's say you prevent black from spawning aggressive pieces on this area. At the same time, the mosquito keeps the ant mobility, right? So it can be still used for attack later on, but at least delays black attack. The other idea was instead to go straight for the attack, and probably this wouldn't have been a good idea. So I think in this case white made a better choice, because if we look at how things could develop, black would attack, and if white keeps attacking at the same time, black would have complete control here of this area, and it seemed to be at least one move ahead. Let's have a look at just a simple variation. White managed to cover the Spillback, but black is now 1, 2, 3 moves away from winning. And white seems to be as well 1, 2, 3 moves away from winning, if you consider just putting the ant in and then placing a new hopper. The problem though is that actually white doesn't have very good angle of attack. So if white plays a hopper now, then it will be simply pinned, and then well, sorry, not from this. It will be simply pinned by this ant, and now there are no other ways for white to reach this kill spot. It needs to use at least it needs to span at least 2 moves, which means that black is able to take advantage of that and win in the meanwhile. I think the most aggressive option for white would have been this, to place the Spillback, but even then I think it's still not sufficient. Well, if white creates this ring, then the ladybug gets out, and this is definitely not what white is hoping for. Even in this case, trying to place a beetle with the idea, or another piece, it doesn't really matter, with the idea of moving it in here, warping in this space, and then at the next move warping it in there. Black has this defensive idea, so the black mosquito can get out and at the same time attack using ladybug power, so taking this kill spot to the east of the queen. So it actually again is not really enough to for white to win. Although I can understand this is very complicated to see straight away from, like, you know, 10 moves ahead. So white decided to, as we said, prevent black attack wisely, I think. And now an interesting decision by black. Inside, just to warp the queen away. It doesn't seem there is much difference between the two location of the queen, but the main point is that now this space is a sort of pseudo pocket that can be used for other pieces. For example, a beetle. Okay. Now again, I think there is a crucial moment. White in the game decide to go on and attack with a spider. But I think another choice, probably better choice, would have been to pin the beetle straight away. It's not really in a hurry to attack the black queen yet. It's probably more important to pin the beetle that can be used to cover the ladybug. Black can always, of course, defend against the spider in order to create this false pin here. But the point is that even if black can attack still with a beetle, and it doesn't really need a beetle because there's no pillback around here, white can defend, and black has only 4 pieces still to play, and it doesn't have very good angles of attack either. Just a simple variation what could happen if black decides to keep attacking Hopper here with the idea of getting this kill spot. White now has time to go up with the beetle. And even if black goes all in for the attack, and it seems very close indeed, it's not clear how it can finish the attack. There's this interesting idea for white, for example, to pin the ant, again prevent black to placing more pieces, especially a Hopper here with the idea of taking the kill spot south, and at the same time placing a pillbug with the idea of making a proximity pillbug very soon. And black really doesn't have a clear plan how to finish the attack. At least this was my my analysis. So I think this could have been a possible alternative choice. But anyway, white decided to go on with the attack, which is probably still a good move. Black makes space for another piece here in the pocket and prepare to cover the white ladybug, which is one of the defending piece from white, very useful eventually, which could be very useful eventually if properly freed at the right time. White goes on with attack. And now I think there's another important choice for white, and here probably a crucial mistake. So white decided to cover the white queen, leaving black this ant free. At the same time, controlling this spawn points, which could have been used by white for a direct drop, and creating a gate. So this space becomes also way less available. I think white could have probably shift the pin and keep the pin on the ant, which is again a compound attack similar to the initial one that we see in the opening, right? So the ant is blocked here in the kill spot. I think white is still better because the beetle will cover the queen, and black, as we said, doesn't have a very good spawn points, especially when after white played the mosquito here. Just to show a typical variation what could happen. White covers the pillback now, and white has only 2 spaces left to take. Black still has 1, 2, 3, and he needs 1, 2, 3 moves. White can go in with Mosquito, which was again, it shows how useful the Mosquito was here, not only defending but also being ready to attack at the right time. And now, well, black can still can defend in this way. White can oh, this ant is free actually. So this was not this is something I had not considered actually. So okay, this variation is probably not very good for white. Let me see, but there might be something else. Another idea here is that the black pillbug is almost surrounded. So this is another move that comes to mind. Okay, so the only thing black can do is this. And after this one, white has won. So yeah, white needs to be precise, but I think has good chances. Instead, what white did during the game was to forget about the pin on the ant. Forget about the pin on the ant, cover the queen, but I think this was a bit too, yeah, like reckless, and he actually missed a good chance to win quickly. But anyway, there's another critical moment that will come soon. You will see. Black goes on with the attack. White decide to place a pillback here, which is very important to remember. Even if you don't have space to place the pillback next to your queen, there might be always chances during the game to get the pillback in play in a good position, even later on. So never like forget about the pillback in reserve. Black keeps attacking. This is a good angle of attack now that this pocket is not available anymore. And after this, I think now white played this move. Okay, just keep going on with the beetle, but this was actually a bit too slow. Indeed, black covered the white ladybug, and now white has no time to complete the attack. It will need 2 moves, but also black needs 2 moves. This ant is free here. Even if white makes a gate, black will make a fill, and the ladybug is free to move now. So white is really behind 1 tempo. So what instead white had to do, probably, what I think white could have done is to use the pillbug somehow, right? Placing the pillbug here, even at the previous move, you could have warped the pillbug straight in here. And now you effectively have a mosquito and the pillbug that act as 2 pillbugs, and you have a choice which of the 2 pieces to warp away. So this should give just enough time for white to counterattack. Like for example, if black covers the ladybug here, white can warp this ant away. Even if black covers the queen, white can place another piece here to create a gate and take away the direct drop here from black. And it seems again complicated. Of course, black still has chances, but I think it would have been a good idea for white. So yeah, don't forget to use your mosquito and pillbug in a defensive way, even after the opening. You don't need to place the pillbug straight away, although it's usually recommended, but there are many chances during the game to use it. Even if there is a beetle here, which seems to be a bit scary on top of the hive, there are always chances. I hope the analysis of today has been useful and you have enjoyed it. The Board Space Open Qualifier is now ongoing. The first round just started. And the top 12 will qualify to the World Cup starting in July, August. So we'll see, I'm sure, very interesting games in the next few weeks. I'll try to analyze some of them. So see you next week.